I'm outside today, haven't worked. I posted some offers and I felt like it was a good time for me to, take a walk, just see the world around me. Take a look at that. That is, I don't know how to point to that. That right here is beautiful. And this is exactly what I wanted to see when I was, coming out here. But I have my camera now in the hand and I am talking to you guys. See, the work just appears not to stop. You keep walking day and night, always looking for the next opportunity. There's nothing wrong with that because this is the amount of effort that thing that you're trying to build pretty much needs. It needs a lot of effort. It needs time. It needs you to constantly be on the grind. But at the end of the day, it's going to come to that time where you have to tell yourself, it's enough. I want to take a break. I want to go out, take a look at the world around me. Guys, it's beautiful. This is just about, 1 kilometer from my house. I felt like it's a beautiful weather out there, snowed all through the night. I kind of got to this point and I said, this is a good place for me to, just reflect. It's today is Sunday. Tomorrow is going to be, again, the same thing that we do, which is, kind of go out there, take a look at the orders that people have made, try to ship them out, make sure that buyers are satisfied with what they're receiving, make sure that the items are also sent out in a timely manner. This is all we do. And this is pretty much what it is. And when you have need to buy inventories, you go out there, reach out to the suppliers, and kind of ask for a discount. See how you can actually get good offers, because at the end of the day, everything is going to be like a price war. If you buy things wrongly, man, it's going to be hard for you to turn around and flip this item. This is one of the very first videos I'm actually making outside, because I was taking a look at this content creator on YouTube, and he was actually saying something that I kind of resonate with. Was like, you know what? You have to try something new. Don't be scared of trying something new. If you have been doing one thing, the same thing over and over and again, you're not getting results, do not be scared, to try something new. And I felt like me being outside today might be a good opportunity to put that to the test. Just come out here with no script in my hand. As a matter of fact, I stopped doing scripted videos a very long time ago because I realized that if you want to be writing script, it's not going to work with the kind of work that we have to do. There's no time for me to sit down. You have to write script. You have to edit the video. You have to polish it. At the end of the day, you're going to be spending a lot of time, and the returns right now, when you compare the returns you get from the YouTube monetization to what you get from actually being an active business, it's just not comparable. I have the data because right now I have the data from 3 YouTube channels that are monetized, and this channel right now is not monetized, but I have the data of, the comparable data of a monetized channel. And when I take a look, it is better for me right now. That's going to change in the future. I do not know, but I am better off, spending time in my business, looking for items I can buy, flip for profit, than pretty much sitting down trying to script YouTube videos and make it very entertaining. I'm just going to come here, one take, tell you all I've got for you, try to give you some kind of value, which I believe no matter what, somebody out there is going to be able to benefit from it. So this content creator was actually saying, try something new. And I said, okay, how about I'm outside? Let me try this. Let me try to, bring out my phone. It doesn't matter where the sun is. If the picture is clear or not, I am going to record this video and talk to somebody out there and also tell you guys, one reason why a lot of people might pretty much not make it, on this reselling streets. Because truth be said, it is a lot of work that you have to put in to actually resell stuff. I'm saying that, look, the honest truth is that at the end of the day, a lot of people have to go back to traditional jobs. They have to go back to traditional jobs. They have to actually do this reselling on the side. They have to keep it as a hobby. And there's absolutely nothing wrong, with keeping reselling as a hobby. Because the work you have to put in, when I take a look at sometimes the way I work on my reselling business, I'm telling myself this is pretty much even more than a full-time job, because sometimes you are lying down, You are still thinking about the business. You are sitting down in the living room. You are thinking about the business. You are sitting down in the car, waiting for somebody to come up to you. It's just like a 24-hour business. But the honest truth is, sometimes you are even not paid for the time that you are working. Sometimes you have to work pretty much free. You have to spend time packing orders for buyers. At the end of the day, they tell you, sorry, we do not like the item. We want to send it back. And that could be like challenging. You would have wasted time. You would have wasted effort. You would have wasted packaging materials. And if you are not careful, you can even lose money in the process. And the more you do this and you're not getting paid, you are going to be fed up. So for those that will succeed on this street, there are those that say to themselves, I want to render service to humanity, not pretty much just getting paid for the time I spend, doing this business. I like it. I enjoy, moving these items around. I get fun when I go out to, try to hunt for new inventories. I kind of enjoy the process, money or no money. I love doing what I do, man. When I was building this business some time ago, guys, there were certain times I wasn't making any money, but I didn't stop because for one reason or the other, perhaps some funny reason, I just enjoy the process. I just enjoy, going out there, getting computers. Yes, I enjoy the process. When there was no money to be made, when all I did was just to go out, struggle, grind, at the end of the day, making peanuts. Because when you consider the amount of time I was putting in at the time, at this time I'm talking about, I wasn't, optimizing the process. I had no systems. I had no processes in place. But then I was moving everything with brute force because this was what this thing understood at the time. I was moving everything with brute force. This little guy right here is kind of listening to me, but it doesn't matter. I was moving everything. And luckily for me, I enjoyed this process at the time. I wasn't considering the money, but right now, today, I can say, look, money or no money, this is something I want to do. I enjoy, people receiving the computers I ship to them, and they are grateful. They are happy. They are like, wow, this is a used item, but it looks in an excellent condition. And they come back, they give me a positive review. That makes me happy. Of course, I'm not going to sell the computers for free. I'm not going to set out to lose money, doing this. But the thing is, I enjoy the process, first of all, which is I want to be that person that can serve as a bridge, between the companies trying to dispose of these pieces and that private individual, that little small business, that young man, that young kid that is saying, oh, if only I can have a very functional PC, I will be so happy. And that's where I come in. I'm going to say, look, I've got something for you. Go to my shop on eBay or go to my online shop. You should be able to get something that meets your needs. That pretty much makes me happy. And I'm saying with all honesty and with all respect to those, that one would give it a try as a reseller. Not everybody is going to make it, because if you come into reselling for the wrong reasons, you are pretty much going to be surprised at some point to realize that, look, it's not all a bed of roses. There's work to be done. And if you do not enjoy the process of the work, you are pretty much going to throw in the towel and say, you know what, this is not for me. I am going to do something else. And that also is absolutely fine. I hope this video helps you. It's my one take video, just trying to, do something new. Me making video outside, reflecting on a lot of things, taking a look at the beautiful weather, spending time, with the beautiful animals right here, just me alone, myself, trying to, help someone out there, to give you guys some value. If you have found value in this video, please do me a favor. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Go ahead, click on the like button. Until I see you again next one. Peace.